Howdy, my name is Anne McCarthy. I'm a developer relations wrangler at Automatic. I'm here to talk to you about the work behind the Block Widgets Editor and the Widgets and Customizer, all in preparation for WordPress 5.8. So what is this feature at a high level? So this feature basically brings the familiar experience of blocks to both the Widgets Editor and the Customizer. What are the benefits for users? So the benefits of this improvement are twofold. You'll be able to add any block into widget areas, and you'll be able to add widgets and blocks with live preview, scheduling, and sharing directly from the customizer like you're used to. You'll also be able to directly edit widgets using the familiar block interaction that you use when you're editing a page or post on your site. So this should also ultimately help open up opportunities both creatively from having no-code mini layouts and allow you to tap into a huge library of core and third-party blocks to create content, all while using the familiar experience of actually editing with blocks, which is pretty exciting. So it should really help with consistency while also unlocking some new stuff. So how does this impact developers? So for developers, unlocking blocks and widget areas also offers a core path to upgrade widgets to blocks and get prepared for the future. So with more and more aspects of content creation and general management moving to blocks, including the upcoming block themes framework, this should also help bring better user consistency and allow you to build for just one experience. So at this point, I want to mention, because blocks can now be added to widget areas, I deeply encourage any developer to phase out their use of widgets in favor of blocks, which at this point are more intuitive and can be used in more places. And there's actually, I'll drop a link below, but there's actually a place where developers can allow users to easily migrate a legacy widget block containing a specific widget to a block or multiple blocks. So is it coming to WordPress 5.8? So I'm recording this on June 23rd, 2021. And right now, yes, this is a major feature planned for WordPress 5.8. So what will the experience be like? Let me dive into a demo now, walking you through the entire experience. So let's dive right in. So as you can see, once you load the appearance widget section, you'll go through a nice little welcome guide that helps you get to know the block library, the block editor, and more. From there, you can get started. At this point, I'm going to quickly demo how the widget area will actually adapt based on what theme color palette you're using. So this is showing different changes that I'm making to my theme and how it displays in the widgets area. You can also disable this. So let's say you don't actually want to see your theme styles. You can turn it off and on. Pretty neat. From there, you can actually see different widget areas. So this is the footer and the sidebar, and you can collapse them as you'd like. You can also drag between them. So let's say I want to move this image. I can do so very easily with drag and drop. Now let's say I want to remove a block. Again, you can use the same tools you're used to, just hit the back button and you're good to go. On top of this, this will actually show you how it unlocks a whole library of blocks that you can now use in widget areas. So let's say I want to add a legacy widget. There's a nice little drop down that I can just select what I want to add, and I'm all set. Now on the customizer, you can again see the same footer and sidebar. Once you enter it, it'll again give you a nice little welcome guide just to get you introduced to this new block experience. Once in there, you can scroll down and have the same live preview that you're used to with the customizer. Now, if I want to make changes, this will show you kind of an advanced view of how you can make customizations. So let's say I want to make this a little bit smaller. Boom, easy to do. I can see it live on my site, and I'm good to go to publish. As you can see, here's a side-by-side of the different experiences, making changes and edits. I like this a lot because it helps you kind of see the difference between the power of the block editor versus the previous screen, which has some limitations. So in this case, I'm actually able to add duotone, which is another new feature coming to 5.8 to this image. So now I've given you a peek of what it will be like. The big question is, will it be opt-in or out? And we call this the adoption pathway. And right now it's going to be opt-out. And there's actually 3 ways you can opt out. So if you're a user, you can use the classic widgets plugin, which I've linked to here. If you're a themer, you can use the widgets block editor theme supports to remove support. Then if you're an administrator, you can actually use this filter here to remove support for it as well. So how can I explore this feature now? Let's say you're trying to get ready for 5.8. You want to see what's to come. Here are the steps you can take. So you want to install the WordPress beta plugin, set it to bleeding edge and to beta RC only settings. And this will allow you access as long as you're using a theme that hasn't opted out yet. I do want to recommend you set this up on a development site because we are in the beta RC period when this video comes out. So just something to keep in mind is it's always good to do tests on development sites. Where can I see the technical details of this work? If you're like me, sometimes I like to get into the weeds. This Gutenberg project, linked below, which I'll also include in the description of this video, is where you can get all the details about the project itself, what the current issues are that are being worked on, what's in the backlog, etc. Where can I give feedback? Let's say you dive in, you test, you find a bug, or you have an enhancement request. The best place to leave this is in the Gutenberg repo. So finally, I want to mention that there's actually a dedicated feature project channel for this, the Feature Widgets Block Editor in Make Slack. I highly recommend you join if this is something that you think will impact you or that you're deeply interested in. We'd love to have you as part of the conversation. Finally, if you want to stay connected with me, I'm at Anzazu in Make Slack, or you can find me at nomad.blog. I have a contact form there, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Hope this got you a little bit excited and informed about the upcoming work around widgets.